save the day.
Hi, it's Neil from Mighty Little Green Machine. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over a really great solution for extracting stripped, rounded, and even broken bolts. Um, this video I came up with because of one that I watched the other day with Brock from Rock Hill Farms. I do watch his channel pretty regularly, and he made a really good in-depth video on how to remove broken fasteners, but I don't think he knows about this product. Let's get started. Okay, so before I get started on this, full disclosure, I work for Gearwrench, so the tools that I'm going to be showing you today are made by Gearwrench. With that being said, I will always be honest with you, even if it's a product made by my own company. The products I'm going to show you I use on a regular basis. I know they're good products, and it's just a great solution. Um, and I will put links down below where you can buy all these. I don't make any money off of it. There's no commissions, anything like that. I'm not sponsored by it. I just believe in this product because I use it all the time. So what I want to talk to you about is Gearwrench's fasteners, which are called bolt biter. I mean, not fasteners, extractors. Now, we're all familiar with extractors if we've been working on anything for any period of time. Typically, right, we have to pound the fastener on, find someone that's tight, pound it on, then really gingerly use a ratchet because it usually pops off. Keep doing that till we finally get it to bite, and then we get it off. And then um, once it comes out, then it won't come out of the extractor. I do have one in my toolbox that's been sitting there for, I don't know, 15 years now. I don't know why I keep it because it makes me angry, but I can't get the bolt out of it. So the bolt biters work a different. It's a patented technology. So rather than being a twisted flute, it's actually a straight flute. So the first thing is you put these on. You find one that's snug but not tight. You don't want to have to bang these on. The other thing that makes it nice about this product is that we have minus sizes. Okay, so what does that mean? So if I've got a 19 millimeter that's slightly rounded, but it's not rounded enough to be an 18 millimeter, I would go to a 19 minus. It's like a half size, so it gives you a lot more versatility when removing rounded, stripped off, as we call them sometimes, bolts, and even broken bolts. Okay, so once you find the right size, the one that goes on but snug, then we want you to use an impact gun on these. These were designed to use an impact gun. Now you can use a ratchet, you can use a socket because you'll see they're hex headed on the top, but they are a heavy duty chromoly steel that's designed to be used as an impact. So once I take the bolt out, because of the design, the bolt will slide right out of it. Now here is something other that's unique to these and part of the patent. You can actually utilize this to reinstall the rounded fastener. Okay, so why would I want to do that? Well, if you're a farmer and you're out on the farm and your tractor's broken and you're doing, you're planting crops or whatever, and you don't have time to go to town, you can put it back in. If you're at a repair shop and you have a customer's car on the lift and you can't get a replacement fastener, you can safely reinstall it using these and send the car on its way, or any number of things, broken down on the side of the road, whatever. The other nice thing about these is they won't mark up the bolts. So even if the bolt's not rounded, you can use these safely on your bolts. They are warranted for life through Napa. Napa Auto Parts. That's one of the places you can buy these, which is where I'm probably going to put the links to. And there's a bunch of different options. So this here is one set. Okay, it goes up to 19 millimeters or 3/4. It goes down to 1/4 of an inch, and it has the minus sizes in between. This is the set I recommend if you work on vehicles a lot because you're going to probably need all the different sizes. There are smaller sizes that don't include all of the minus sizes, but if you do a lot of work on vehicles, then, well, here's a smaller set here. There's a set you can get that's smaller. Now, this one does have some of the minus stuff in it, but it doesn't have as many sizes. So it really depends on what you're using. And then if you have larger items, we do deep well sockets and we make them a little bit bigger. These will also work on wheel locks, lug nuts, anything like that. These will, if your bolt breaks and there's still a piece of stud sticking up, these will work on that. They will work on a perfectly rounded bolt. When we demo these, we use a bolt that we grind in a grinder round. I was redoing my motorcycle a few years ago. I had a caliper bolt that was hex head, or it was a hex key. So that rounded inside. And now I have this very round, kind of flat bolt that I can't get out. I took one of the bolt biters, I stuck it in there, and I was able to spin it out using that. On bolts that are rounding off the heads really bad and I can't get in them, I've broken those off and I've taken the thing apart and then used these to pull the old stud out, no problem. They're designed to be worked hard, so they work really, really well for this application. Another option that you have in these are designed to go in your little battery impact guns. These are for your smaller bolts. When I was installing a brake trailer controller, I had to take some dash apart, and I had some screws I couldn't get off. I used these, took them right off, put them right back together again with them. But you can, again, use these if you don't have anything else right on you. You can use them also for doing just as sockets, because it won't hurt the bolts. This set here is a brand new design that we just released. This one here goes in one of our ratcheting wrenches, or any wrench, but a ratcheting wrench works best. And it makes it so you can get in really tight spaces, that your profile's very low. So that's a whole set here that you can do that. That works just as good, and they're magnetic. And then this is another part of the bolt biter family. These are actually impact screwdrivers. So for those of you who don't know what those are, when you've got something that is like a Phillips head or a flathead screw that's seized in the hole, what we normally would used to use is this big, heavy, clunky impact screwdriver, and you'd put the bit on that fit, and when you hit it, it has a device, a spring into the device that causes it to twist. And by doing that, you're able to break free the bolt. Well, these do the same thing. These are designed to be struck. They have that mechanism in them. You got one Phillips and you've got one flathead. So it kind of covers everything. These have bailed me out of messes on more than one occasion, where I just couldn't have got it done without it. Or I could have, but it would have been a lot of work. It made it so I didn't have to drill it and tap it and do all that with it. So I highly recommend them if you ever work on things or you're looking for something. It's a great option. If you have any questions, reach out to me in the comments. I will put a link to the Gearwrench website as well down below, as well as a link to these products also. I really appreciate you watching and listening to me. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully this is something that helps you out down the road. If it does help you, let me know. And I'll see you next time on Mighty Little Green Machine.